Breaking news coming out of Dublin from the Lewis line. An alleged slicing event has just taken place by foreign gang members attacking Irish guys. You can see here, these three foreign men are confronting to the left of the camera some Irish guys. And apparently, I'm not sure who these people are. This video was just uploaded to X. A ton of people are sharing it, millions of views already. One of the most terrifying videos I've ever seen from Dublin. But you can see the foreign kid here is clutching the knife, as you guys can see, in his pocket right there. He's wearing the full Nike tracksuit with the ski mask as well to cover his identity. He's actually clutching the blade right there in his pocket. So wait for him to take that out and actually attack a kid and stab him twice, slice him twice, guys. This is crazy. Let's watch that once more, guys. It happens very, very fast. You can see when he takes the knife out, he actually slices and attacks the kid in his left side, okay? And I think you can hear it hitting him twice. You can actually hear the knife hitting him twice, I believe. So pretty terrible stuff. I mean, if this kid isn't in hospital, he's super lucky if he's not in hospital, because that would have punctured your, your intestines, your kidneys, something like that. Terrifying stuff, guys. And it looks like there's no context to this video whatsoever. Obviously, this girl or somebody laughing, recording this, knows that something bad is going to happen because he's clutching the blade and also she's recording. So that means that basically there's some altercation has taken place before this video started, and she's just waiting for something bad to happen. But this is the new Ireland we're now forced to live in. We have foreign gang members running around from the Middle East or North Africa, Libyan, wherever, Egyptian, Syrian, and they're here to cause flipping havoc. This is terrifyingly dangerous stuff. Not only do we have gangs running around Dublin, we have flipping massive knife attacks now, slicing events on the daily. So he runs off, looks like he hits him twice, goes for the third time, but doesn't actually hit him, so he runs off like a coward. This is the cowardice, guys. There's no fighting with your fists anymore. There's no actually beating people up or fighting in a fair fight. There's knives and guns now that people and youth use to intimidate and hurt people that they don't agree with, okay? They can't use their words, so they flip and attack you with knives. This is crazy stuff. I tell the Irish public, be aware at all times. Ashling Murphy got attacked by some Roman gypsy, got killed, stabbed in the neck. The media will also cover this up, just like they covered up Ashling Murphy with the alleged stabbing. This is, again, an alleged stabbing. We don't know, guys. Clear as day we can see here, immigration is not working. The immigration system we have here in Ireland is not working. How this is allowed to take place in the middle of the flipping day in Dublin is just beyond me. Straight on the Lewis line. So it's in the middle of the city. Terrifying stuff. The Justice Minister, Jim O'Callaghan, has said specifically Dublin is a safe city, except there's flipping fires happening in Ballymun, places being burnt down, people being shot in the head, there's stabbings, there's brutal attacks in Bar, there's people driving on the road with a bus, killing elderly people in buses, driving up onto main streets in Dublin and running people over in a £40,000 bus. The whole flipping country's a flipping war zone. It's a flipping nightmare to live in Dublin now. But Jim Kelly, the flippin' Gardaí Commissioner, and Justice Minister Jim O'Callaghan have said specifically that Dublin is a safe city. Can you believe this nonsense? Who's believing this nonsense? Nobody is believing that. It's absolutely absurd what's happening now. They need to crack down on this foreign crime. We have also gang wars happening in Dublin. There's people having petrol bombs thrown through their front window. You have 60-year-old women dying and 5-year-old kids getting burned to death in their own house. I mean, it's a flipping nightmare, guys. It's a flipping war zone up in Dublin now, like I said. And just know this, guys, that will not be presented on the national news. You will not see this news story. If it wasn't for X, you would not see these news stories. This is never posted on any social media platforms ever. And schools right now in Ireland are a flipping disaster. If we don't have mass immigration destroying the country with crime and sexual assault and slicing events and stabbings like this, you have crazy stuff like this. Kids that are turning trans now. Here we have breaking news from just today as well. Irish school transitioning girls as young as 12 years old. Celebrating omnisexual students, teaching about neo-pronouns like sie, zur, and zers. I don't even know what that means, and I'm a 30-year-old man, guys. What the hell does that mean? It sounds like something from outer space, guys. Zur, we come in, zur, peace, and all this alien type of stuff. This is the school It says, welcome to Loreto in Wexford, a Catholic all-girls school in Ireland. Crazy stuff. And like I said, guys, they've destroyed the Bible, they've destroyed God and Christianity and Catholicism. Where in the Bible does it say that you can be transitioning? Okay, this shouldn't be happening to people. And then they suggest, would you want your daughter to be in this school? No, is the short answer. I would homeschool my kids well before they're in this school. And you guys can see here, they have, of course, the 3 flags up, the trans flag, the LGTV, woke, HDMI 4K flag, and another flag to the right, which I don't know if that's Wexford colors or what is that, but it looks like a flip one. It looks like another flag, whatever. So just bizarre stuff, lads. The only 2 flags I know there are the trans flag and the LGTV flag, because I've researched it before. I didn't know anything about any of this stuff. It's completely new age religion that these people have now. There's no religion in the schools anymore. There's nothing sports or anything like that. It's all this left woke, neo-Marxist ideology that they're pushing on youth and the kids. This is destroying Ireland. The left wing are destroying this country. That is what's happening in this country in real time. And the Irish people need to wake the hell up, guys. In November 2025 newsletter, Loreto, the school, published an interview with TJ O'Brien, a confused young girl. TJ's real name is Erin. She's a first-year student who claims to be a boy and identifies as trans. She's just 12 years old. So you have 12-year-old trans people. In this interview, despite Loreto being an all-girls school, TJ is often referred to as being a boy. So it's an all-girls school, but a boy is allowed in there? How is that? It's just completely just mind psychosis. These people are in a psychosis. It's like a trance. They're in like a death cult. They want to kill all the youth. That's how it is, guys. Grown adults teaching in loco parentis are parenting that this 12-year-old girl is a boy. And the teachers are also playing along with this lie. The teachers are going along with this lie. If I was a teacher in the school, I'd say, hey, wake up, you 12-year-olds. You're not a flipping boy. Okay, you may be gay, you may like women or whatever, but this is for your parents to decide. This isn't for us to be pandering to you and going along with this craziness. This is an all-girls school with guys in it. Let me say that again, guys. An all-girls school, but there's a potential boy, a trans boy or trans girl in this school. It says in November 2024, the Loreto newsletter celebrated Jessie Larkin, a 16-year-old student. Why they're celebrating Jessie? Because she's transgender and omnisexual. What is omnisexual? I don't even know what that means. Why is this absolute tripe in their newsletter? It says here, my pronouns are he, him, and she has rights in equality and LGBTQ community as a member of the trans community. When my mother contacted the school to tell them, they were completely fine with it. It wasn't seen as strange or unusual request. And this is the thing, I have sympathy for people, I have great empathy for people, guys. I don't want to see anyone feel bad. I would feel terrible if these 12-year-old and 16-year-old youth, girls or guys, felt bad. Absolutely, guys, I have great empathy for people. But at the same time, what sort of craziness are we now into? Why don't they seek help? Why don't they ask them, hey, are you really, trans or gay? Or do you just feel a little bit different than people? Okay, you just feel like maybe you're something else. Do we have to go so far as to labeling this craziness and bringing it into the school? So I would kind of suggest that maybe it's not trans and this kind of stuff. So the omnisexual claptrap is insane. It's invented nonsense that means absolutely nothing. Jessie, like me, is very close to adulthood, yet she is still playing Let's Pretend. She will soon be able to vote, God help us. Why on earth are schools like Loreto facilitating and promoting this nonsense? That's what they do. The schools are pandering towards these people. They're facilitating this insanity. They shouldn't be facilitating any of this crazy stuff, guys. So that's another school that has been lost to woke ideology. Loreto, Wexford, a Catholic all-girls school, is shit. I would advise everyone to take your kids out of that school. They're peddling bullshit to their kids, or at least tell your kids, hey, this is not proper stuff, guys. This is a mental illness, probably, and they need to seek help before going any further with this nonsense. The woke mind virus is real and it infects everybody. It can infect your kids just as quick as anything, guys. This woke mind virus is infecting your kids because your kids are the most vulnerable to this. They can't infect someone like me, a 30-year-old, big, strong guy, and they probably won't affect any of your kids if they're playing sports and stuff like that. They won't affect, as you get older. But this is what they do. They capture you at 12 years old, 13 years old when you're vulnerable. You see, this woke mind ideology infects you when you're a youth, when you're young. Last but not least, we have a bullshit article from the Irish Times, of course, the Propaganda Times, I like to call it. University of Galway Food Bank forced to turn away hundreds of students each week. So this is basically a food service which if you can't afford food, if you're very poor, you know, you live at home or whatever, you can't afford food. Like when I was in school, in college, I had flipping no money, guys. I was so broke, I couldn't even pay petrol to drive into college with my flipping piece of shit car, okay? My Toyota Yaris. Terrible, right? I had nothing. But I never went to the food bank because I thought the food bank was for literally people that were starving, which I was just below that level. Okay, shit, I wasn't like flipping starving to death. Or I would just eat like, you know, tuna and bananas. That's pretty much mostly what I got. But it says a student-operated food bank at the University of Galway forced to turn away hundreds of students each week due to overwhelming demand, despite distributing almost 500,000 euro worth of food last year at the cost of the living crisis deepens. We don't have a cost of living crisis. We don't have a housing crisis or a job market crisis. We have an immigration crisis. There's too many people and the jobs are zero. Then look, and this is what everybody is complaining about online. Look at that queue, guys. Although the first guy in the queue may be white, okay, along with the guy that's delivering the food, everybody else that's in the queue, guys, is not from Ireland, okay? Where do these people look like they're from? Asia, South Asia. So not only are these people clogging up the flipping welfare system, they're clogging up the colleges, they're clogging up all this shit, they're also clogging up the food banks and the food services. So then Irish people can't get it. Put Irish people first in their own country. If you have a citizenship, you're put first before everybody else. Like I said, if you have a citizenship, then you're Irish, okay? Quote unquote, you're Irish. But really, guys, everyone that has citizenship and passports should be put first in this food bank. Nobody should be allowed to take from this food bank if you're not Irish or if you're not from the country, if you don't have citizenship, because then you're taking opportunities away from our own people, okay? What's the point in even having a citizenship or a passport? It's bullshit then. I love you guys all. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. That slicing is terrifying. And these attacks are happening on the daily. Okay, this mass immigration is destroying the Western world. Donald Trump has said it. The US has said it. Hopefully now the Irish government get it and they start to close down the borders because it's gotten out of hand now. The country is flipping full, guys. Ireland is 100% full and it needs to be shut off quickly. If you guys want to support me, hit the join link underneath the video. Become a member today for just €3 per month. Help support me push back. We have 50 plus members, so keep supporting, guys. I have a ton of blocked videos over there that are too hot for YouTube. They're pretty crazy, so go check those out. And I'll see you all in the next one, guys. Peace.